Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to this fascinating journey into the mysterious depths of space. Today, we are diving into the behind-the-scenes details of China's historic Chang'e-6 lunar mission, a revolutionary step in humanity's journey to the moon. We will share exciting information about the first samples brought back from the far side of the moon, the unique details of this mission, and the groundbreaking discoveries that await us in the future. If you're ready, let's embark on this incredible journey together and explore the unknown. On June 25, 2024, China's Chang'e-6 lunar module successfully returned to Earth, completing its mission to collect the first samples from the far side of the moon. Zhang Kejian, the head of the China National Space Administration, hailed this historic moment as a complete success. This mission marks a historic milestone in collecting samples from the moon's far surface and lays a significant foundation for future lunar explorations. The Chang'e-6 module made a successful landing in the Inner Mongolia region of northern China shortly after 2 p.m. local time. In a live broadcast by CCTV, the module's soft landing by parachute and the joyful reactions of scientists in the control room were extensively covered. The moment of landing was also met with great enthusiasm at the headquarters of the China National Space Administration in Beijing. The mission is groundbreaking, as it is the first to collect samples from the previously unexplored far side of the moon. These samples will provide more insights into the moon's formation and evolution. After a successful landing on the far side, Chang'e-6 used its robotic arms and drills to gather deep samples from the surface. The collected samples weigh about 2 kilograms and consist of soil and rock pieces from both the surface and several meters below. Research teams quickly reached the landing site and carefully collected the valuable lunar samples from the module. They then transported them safely to laboratories in Beijing for scientific analysis. Examining these samples will reveal new information about the moon's geological structure, surface composition, and history. Scientists hope these findings will offer significant clues about the formation of the moon and the broader solar system. Additionally, this mission showcases China's capabilities and technological advancements in space research and exploration. The success of Chang'e-6 lays a strong foundation for China's future lunar missions and Mars explorations. CNSA Chairman Zhang Kejian celebrated this achievement and expressed optimism about future missions, emphasizing their commitment to pursuing even greater goals. The Chang'e-6 module employed a highly sophisticated landing and takeoff system to bring the samples it collected from the moon's surface back to Earth. During its mission on the lunar surface, the module used various tools and equipment to gather data that will help us better understand the moon's structure and history. The success of Chang'e-6 is just one of the significant milestones in China's space program. China is determined to continue exploring space and using these discoveries for the benefit of humanity. China aims to establish a base on the moon for scientific research. These goals include discovering and utilizing lunar ice resources and using lunar soil as construction material through 3D printing technology. The importance of lunar ice cannot be overstated. Water is a critical resource for sustaining life and supporting human missions on the moon. Additionally, water can be split into hydrogen and oxygen molecules to produce rocket fuel, providing a significant advantage for missions from the moon to Mars and beyond. Additionally, economic and practical technologies are being developed to extract gases such as helium-3, oxygen, and hydrogen. These lunar resources could address resource shortages on Earth and potentially spark a new energy revolution. Helium-3 stands out as a potential solution for producing nuclear fusion energy. While this isotope is naturally scarce on Earth, it is thought to be abundant on the moon. Helium-3's nuclear fusion potential holds great promise for generating energy similar to the sun. Nuclear fusion is considered a clean and sustainable energy source because it uses hydrogen, an almost limitless fuel supply, and produces nearly zero carbon emissions. China aims to develop the necessary technologies to extract and utilize this valuable resource. This endeavor could revolutionize energy independence and environmental sustainability. However, the economic and technical challenges of helium-3 are significant, and extracting and using helium-3 from the moon will require considerable time and investment. China's lunar ambitions are seen as part of a global space race alongside the U.S. Artemis missions. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson emphasized that both countries are competing in exploring and researching the moon's south pole. This region is of great interest to scientists because the water ice found there could be crucial for future space missions. This water resource is critical for sustaining human presence on the moon over extended periods. Additionally, the hydrogen and oxygen content in water molecules could be a potential source for rocket fuel, increasing the cost-effectiveness and independence of space travel. The moon's south pole is also filled with dark craters where underground ice might be preserved, unlike areas that are constantly exposed to sunlight. The extremely low temperatures in these regions could help preserve this ice for millions of years. Therefore, exploring the moon's south pole holds significant potential for developing a sustainable human presence in space. These explorations could also lead to advancements in space mining technologies and significant progress in space research. China's upcoming Chang'e-7 and Chang'e-8 missions will be crucial steps toward utilizing the moon's south pole resources. Chang'e-7 will include an orbiter, a lander, a rover, and a mini flying probe. The orbiter will create detailed maps of the lunar surface and identify the best landing sites. The lander will safely touch down on the moon and analyze water ice and other resources. The rover will explore the landing area's surroundings and collect soil samples. The mini flying probe will conduct broader surface research, identifying resources like water ice. This mission will provide more definitive information about lunar water resources and how they can be used for future human missions. The Chang'e-8 mission aims to take further steps toward utilizing lunar resources. This mission will conduct important experiments to establish a sustainable presence on the moon. Chang'e-8 will consist of an orbiter, a lander, and a rover. The lander will test various construction technologies on the lunar surface and explore ways to build permanent structures on the moon. This mission will attempt to construct buildings using 3D printing technologies and produce building materials from lunar soil. Additionally, Chang'e-8 will focus on energy production and biological experiments. These experiments will include growing plants, producing oxygen, and developing water recycling systems on the moon. The success of the Chang'e-6 mission highlights China's ambition in space exploration. As China's space program advances rapidly and steadily, it's important to delve into the technology and science behind these achievements. The Chang'e-6 module employed a highly sophisticated landing and takeoff system to bring the samples it collected from the moon's surface back to Earth. During its mission on the lunar surface, the module used various tools and equipment to gather data that will help us better understand the moon's structure and history. Analyzing these samples can provide new insights into the moon's formation and evolution. Specifically, samples collected from the far side of the moon can offer clues about past volcanic activities and impact events. This information will help us understand not only the moon's history, but also the history of the Earth. China's space program not only focuses on scientific discoveries, but also aims to utilize lunar resources. It is believed that lunar soil could be used in 3D printing to produce bricks for research bases. Additionally, economic and practical technologies are being developed to extract gases such as helium-3, oxygen, and hydrogen from the moon. These resources could potentially alleviate resource shortages on Earth and initiate a new energy revolution. The Chang'e-6 module used a highly sophisticated landing and takeoff system to bring samples collected from the moon's surface back to Earth. Throughout its mission on the lunar surface, the module utilized various tools and equipment to gather data that will assist in better understanding the moon's structure and history. Beyond China, countries like India, Russia, Japan, and private firms are also placing significant importance on lunar exploration. Various lunar missions conducted and planned this year highlight the rapid progress in international space research. India, in particular, is making significant strides in lunar exploration. The Indian Space Research Organization has planned the Chandrayaan-3 mission. This mission aims to explore the Moon's south pole with a lander and rover. Chandrayaan-3 will strengthen India's presence on the Moon and expand upon the knowledge gained from the Chandrayaan-2 mission. Russia is returning to lunar exploration with the Luna 25 mission. This mission will investigate water ice and other resources by landing at the Moon's south pole. Luna 25 aims to initiate a new era in Russian lunar exploration and pave the way for future crewed missions to the Moon. Meanwhile, Japan plans to land on the Moon with JAXA's SLIM mission. This mission will test precise landing technologies on the lunar surface and gather more information about the Moon's terrain. Private companies are also playing an active role in lunar exploration. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are particularly focused on planning crewed and uncrewed missions to establish a permanent presence on the Moon. SpaceX's Starship vehicle, designed to carry large payloads and astronauts to the Moon, has been selected by NASA for its Artemis program. Starship will land astronauts safely on the lunar surface and return them to Earth. Its large cargo capacity will enable transportation of critical materials such as research equipment, life support systems, and construction materials to the Moon's surface. SpaceX's vision includes establishing a permanent base on the Moon to create sustainable living and working environments. Blue Origin is developing its Blue Moon lunar lander for lunar exploration. Blue Moon is designed to carry scientific instruments and other payloads to the lunar surface. This vehicle will conduct various experiments and research on the Moon to study its resources. Blue Origin collaborates with NASA to contribute to the Artemis program and plans to conduct crewed missions to the Moon. The advanced landing technologies and large transport capacity of the Blue Moon lander will significantly contribute to the goal of establishing a sustainable presence on the lunar surface. The active role of the private sector in lunar exploration will pave the way for significant strides towards establishing a sustainable presence on the Moon. These exciting discoveries in the depths of space not only reveal the past of the Moon and the solar system, but also provide important clues about future space missions and exploration. The historic success of Chang'e-6 once again demonstrates how far space exploration has advanced and how strong humanity's passion for discovery is. We will continue to bring you the latest and most interesting information about such groundbreaking missions. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. Also, by sharing your comments and feedback with us, you can help us understand what interests our valuable viewers. Until the next video, stay tuned and here's to exciting discoveries in space.